Hello and welcome to UK Versus. Today we're going to talk about purchasing universes and how you as a player should do it. So, should you be buying singles or should you be looking at booster packs? This is a question that a lot of new players and even a lot of established players ask themselves every time a new set is announced. Should I just buy singles or should I buy booster packs? Both have their merits and both have their flaws. It just comes down to several factors, including budget, your goals in the set, and your goal as a player. Singles, you get targeted acquisitions, you get to purchase exactly what you need. This can be very helpful for competitive players who are looking to just finish out their competitive deck and without having to go through the randomness of packs. This can be great for collectors who want to finish their collections, and is just a great way to find the missing cards you need, or if there are only specific cards you're looking for in a set, a great way to just acquire those cards. It is also more cost effective. When you look at the point of diminishing return in buying boosters against buying singles, it is easier for collectors and competitive players to finish off collections or buy specific things they need than chasing them through packs. However, there are cons to buying singles as well, and the flaws with buying singles are reduced set exposure. You reduce how much interaction you have with new cards. You can reduce your excitement in getting to see these cards and getting to experience these cards. For example, with the Attack on Titan sets, there's been some beautiful art in the commons and uncommons that will probably never see competitive play, but through opening booster packs we have been able to experience that art, whereas people who only buy singles may never actually get to interact with that art. Fluctuations in the secondary market are also a consideration in buying singles. The secondary market changes a lot, and those fluctuations influence how cost effective those singles are. The best example would be last year, around the September October mark, when we had the $100 repeated smash. These were the go to cards that people were looking at, and they just kept going up in price. And it got to the point where buying a booster box was probably cheaper just hunting them down. This game is relatively cheap, and most of our cards do not exceed like the $20-$30 mark without being alternate arts or some variation of the card. But the secondary market does fluctuate, and you do reduce your chances of pulling things like alternate arts and chromes if you're buying singles because they're expensive to purchase. You have the cost. Not everyone has the ability to just drop £300-400 on cards to try and complete a master set of cards that they need for a competitive deck. Looking at things that they may like Warmurion's Might, I'm trying to get hold of them, and so is everybody else. There is reduced availability of cards, and unless you pick them up the moment the cards drop, it becomes a lot harder as time comes on to find these higher rarity cards. And I'll talk about the downside of buying them early in a second, but higher rarity cards become a lot scarcer the longer the set is out because of that rarity, and as competitive players and people pick them up. The cost of the cards can also be a massive issue. Not everyone has the budget to just drop the money down. I think I just covered that. When a set drops, those prices can be quite inflated. You are paying a lot more to get access to those cards the moment the set drops, and not everyone can afford that. So some people will wait and just pick up what they can. Not everyone can drop the amount that singles vendors drop, and not everyone wants to purchase online. Some people want to go to the local store, support the local store by buying booster packs. Now let's take a look at booster packs and booster boxes. The benefits of buying booster packs and boxes is you get excitement in the unknown. You never know what you'll pull in a booster pack, and that is part of the rush. That is part of the dopamine that kicks in when you open a pack. Cracking packs is one of the most addictive parts of this game. The joy you get of pulling an amazing card in a booster pack is what keeps us going through those booster packs. Buying singles, to me, will never compare to the feeling you get of cracking a pack and pulling those amazing cards. Buying a booster pack has a lot more potential value than singles. Yes, you can kind of play the stock exchange part of singles and you can try and buy cards you think are going to be meta quite low. I know some places were selling risky encounters quite cheaply, but now they're quite expensive. And you can also miss out on paying too much for cards that then drop in value. You never know if you're going to get an alt art, a pearl, an obsidian, a chrome within a booster pack, but you know exactly what you're getting with singles, and that can take some of the thrill out of it. Collection growth, you're not just buying one card when you buy a booster pack, you're also getting your commons, your uncommons, your character. You're growing your collection with those cards. You get to see more cards as you go through them, and you get to just see more lines of play. And as we said with the cons from singles, get more exposure to the set. It's absolutely great. And opening packs is a great way to expand the way that you see interactions between cards, because you may not have thought about the way that some cards interact seeing them on a screen until you get them in your hand and go, actually, this card's really good with this card. You also get the social interaction. If you're sat in your locals, if you're sat with friends, and one person comes in with a pack they've just purchased and opens it, it kind of sets off that itch in your head going, I should get a pack. And you get to see what your friend pull. You get to go, oh, that's unlucky. Or, hey, you just pulled that amazing card. Oh, I need that. Can we do a trade? It's a nice way of having social interactions with the community, with your local playgroup, through cracking packs, opening boxes. It's a cool way to spark opening more packs. It's one of the great things about when sets start, that streamers and content creators will do box openings and pack openings, because at the height of the hype, people want to see you open it and want to be as hyped as you are. And especially when you open something like an altar or a chrome, your community goes nuts and you get to go nuts and you get to share in that excitement. The flaws in buying a booster pack, or the cons, are that the packs are random, so you may pull cards you don't need, or in cases of older sets, such as I bought some Crimson Rampage recently, you may pull cards that are banned, which means you don't get to play the cards that you've got in the pack, which is a shame. That is the way that it works with the randomization of the packs. You may not always get to pull what you need. Opening packs to hunt specific cards can end up a lot more expensive than buying the singles. Please spend responsibly. Buying boosters is a great way to support your local game store, as well as attending events and getting that in social interaction and getting to spend time in your community. Not every store is capable of stocking singles for every single game they support, or has the facility to stock singles at all. And as much as we shill out to Card Goblin and other singles vendors, which are great for competitive players, buying boosters from your local store is a great way to support your local community, and is a great way to support the backbone of the game, because without local stores, we have nowhere to play. So buying boosters, buying your booster boxes from locals, which is why even when we're talking about Card Goblin and other places, we always say support your local store first, because they are so important. If you have to go online, then do, but you should always be supporting local first. My conclusion to this video would be that if you're a competitive player looking to build a specific deck, finish off a collection of specific cards, buying singles is generally the correct choice for you, because you already know the card interactions, you already know the set, you don't need that exposure. You're just looking for cards that are going to be impactful for the decks that you're going to be playing competitively. However, if you're looking for an enjoyable way to increase your collection, if you're looking for that dopamine hit of randomness, if you're just looking to have that social camaraderie and just pick up cards for the sake of picking up cards, booster packs and booster boxes are the way to go. But ideally, you should be doing both. You should be supporting your local store, you should be picking up booster packs, you should be picking up the commons and commons and the packs, getting that dopamine hit, having that social camaraderie through getting your booster packs, and then picking up additional stuff through singles. Not everyone has the budget for that. I know not everyone can do that. It is about managing your resources outside of the game to make sure that you are utilizing your own money and finances the best way. Do please never overspend. I know it can be tempting. I know it can. There's always that cheeky pack when you're there. Do spend responsibly. It is never fun if you're putting yourself at risk, but find that balance. Find a way to buy booster packs and buy singles, and most importantly, make sure you're having fun. If you have fun buying singles and getting exactly what you need, perfect. That's for you. If you have fun buying booster boxes and you don't really care about singles, perfect. That's for you. There's always ways to go through trades. Finding a balance and finding what's fun for you is the best way to do it. Don't put other people down for the way that they collect this card game. As long as people are having fun and enjoying themselves, that's all that matters. How do you get your cards? Do you prefer booster packs? Do you prefer singles? I generally get a mixture of the both because I like to get boosters and then decide what I need to get from there to build the decks I want to build. Let me know in the comments below. And did you find this useful? Bye.
If you don't like and subscribe, this creeper will explode. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You did it. Good.